special today we go down here because that is very loud. So, aerial base. Why would you want one? Now, there are a few game modes where you may have, well, I say game modes. This is really, what I mean by that is a sandbox game where you and a couple of friends have agreed on rules of combat. So that is the definition of game mode that I'm using. So, you might have a few game modes that is, like, kill the VIP or something. So having an aerial base wouldn't be half bad protected. They would, whoever is trying to kill your VIP would either need to shoot this base out of the sky, or get into a plane and shoot them off the deck. And for many reasons that can be very difficult. One reason of putting it down with the difficulty, these layers here. If I come down here, let's see here, let me go rocket launcher. Okay, I'm still in pregame. So, I shoot. Hit one. That was a lot weaker than I was expecting. Shoot another one. Wonderful. So I've taken down one propeller. What the hell does that do? That has given me no gain. With the new update, helicopters are now far more capable of hovering in one spot. Now this thing is slowly drifting down because I'm not piloting it to make sure that it keeps going up. But in an actual game mode, you could have someone stationed on the pilot seat to make sure this thing doesn't crash. But anyway, so the next part of why is this a potentially good base design is that strafing in this game with the helicopter, yes, with a plane, is incredibly difficult to do reliably. Now, if I come down here, get on the runway, and I grab myself an ME-262. This is my only plane that is... Okay, well, it might crash because of that. I don't know what the hell that is, but anyway. This is one of the few planes that I have left that is actually good. As the rest are... Or you have to turn the engine on hot. But that's a tangent for another time. For plane designers. But anyway, so I take off. Pull that in. And let's just turn. I'm doing this big wide sweep. Okay, now I'm here. What good is this doing? I'm only getting a small piece of this large aerial aircraft carrier. I would need, so let's just speed this up. I would need to come in from this angle here to kill anyone on the deck. Now let's just get rid of this plane and come back. Alternatively, another way you can get it is by a helicopter. This will work for now, probably. Okay, having a bit of stroke. And this is an I-engine. Wonderful. But anyway, I'm not gonna actually take off and try to shoot the deck because that's going to either lag this game out, or I'm gonna end up crashing into it. But anyway, helicopters are really hard to get a hang of. Now, my preferred helicopter, the Samson model class gunship, I'll pull it out so you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this was a really good ground attack helicopter that could bring soldiers into combat and still bring a good amount of firepower. But they have been absolutely destroyed with the new update. And by that I mean their engines literally don't turn on. This isn't even the Samson I use all the time. Anyway. I use the 1899 Scorpion model, if any of you are curious. But anyway. So, they are really easy to protect if you have the manpower to keep air superiority in the area. But here's the thing. When they go down, you have no other options left. So, a lot of them are really bare bones, because back in the day before the update came, they were really laggy at times, and you really couldn't have a large ship. Now, if I take off in this cruiser real quick, if it will let me, this is something I like to see added to a lot of aerial aircraft carriers. Now let's stop there. Let's get inside. Oh, it's over here. I do not like these new buttons. Okay, let's just spawn inside. That'll be easier. That's the engine bay. Where the hell? Okay, there we are. Pain. Okay. That's not gonna work. Oh, I'm dead. Splat. So, this thing here, when the button used to work and I just get inside, it had drop pods. You would see here, if I can get inside. Okay, so now, this lag is going to be the death of me. Okay, it appears that the buttons on this don't work anymore. That's really depressing. Anyway, it had these drop pods. So, in the event this cruiser went down, which you might have seen my video where I shoot it down with an ME262. That was actually a modified one that had foam, was built out of foam, so that it would be a more catastrophic explosion and it would look better for the camera. The real one's made of steel. The whole thing is just steel. It's that strong that the ME262, the guns literally can't penetrate the armor. But anyway, side notes. So let's say I get an 88 flak and I puncture a hole in it, and I hit the engine, starts going down. Before the update, when the buttons actually work, you would be able to get into the drop pod and get out. You'll be able to bail out. And I tested this thoroughly in laggy environments, in stable environments, multiplayer, and private servers. I had a very high rate of survival in these drop pods. But anyway, back to the main point of the aerial aircraft carrier. When this thing goes down, you just try to stay on and then jump, and just, when you get close to the ground, just the hope that you survive. And well, if the VIP dies, well then you'll lose. So, alternatively, you could have a row of aircraft on the deck. So then when you start going down, you can take off the aircraft. That isn't as easy as it sounds, because getting aircraft onto an aircraft carrier on the ground is hard enough as is. Having one that's moving around in air, that's going to be a whole different beast to tackle. Another thing is, aircraft have fuel. And I don't know if you know this, but fuel is explosive. But let's say I get in my ME-262 and I just come in for a strafing run, and I hit one of the planes and it blows up. I could potentially take out 2 cannons. Cannons? Engines, I mean, or 2 engine decks. Like one of these. I've got to take out 2 of them with the explosion, or I could start a fire. Now, a fire is guaranteed that this thing's gonna go down. But anyway, let's go back to the main question of this. How practical are they? I say, in their current state, that... Now, this isn't the only model, mind you. There are many different models, many with different varying degrees of how good they are. But anyway, in their state, they are pretty bad and impractical. For many reasons. And a few changes that I think that could be made is more protection. Put some AA guns on it. Put some below-deck cannons. Now, I did have a few good yes, these things. Now, these things have also been destroyed by the okay, you just collapsed on itself. But these things also got destroyed in the update, but... What the hell just happened there? Anyway. Okay. Could be like that. Anyway. So these things here. They have below-deck cannons. If I can find them. I don't know if this model in particular has them. Let's look. This is first person. What is this? Okay, yeah, these are cannons. But anyway, these things have below-deck cannons. So I would be hovering in the air, and I'd be able to shoot down at anyone getting like an AA station set up to hit me. Oh, that's such a mess. Anyway, it's flying with 2 rotors, or 2 rotor sets. Impressive. But anyway, so give these things a few below-deck cannons. Give it a below-deck. First of all, below-deck would help. Also protect. You need to better protect these things here, the rotors. These rotor sets. I did have one. I'm not. It was very large and laggy. I think it was about 500 bricks. 500 bricks. 5,000 bricks. I mean. And it protected these things here. But I unfortunately had to get rid of it because of how laggy it was in game. And well, now with this new update, things have been optimized where it's not going to get as laggy. So anyway, those are my few points of how you could improve the aerial aircraft carrier.